Good morning, Hope in the City. Clark Zombreaker here, my good friend Chris Paget, and we hope you all are doing great. It's so good to see you. If you are a guest with us this morning, we are so excited that you're here. If you do us a favor, we'd love to know that you're here. In the seat back right in front of you, you're going to find a guest card. If you would kindly fill that out, bring it to the Connection Center, which is right out there in the foyer. We have a special gift we'd like to give you. Part of that gift is some delicious homemade cookies that you will be certain to enjoy. We have a couple announcements this morning, so Chris?
Okay. As many of you guys have been hearing recently, the Hope in the City is going to be hosting the Perspectives class this upcoming spring, starting January 13th. I've heard a couple of different testimonies, a couple of the specific details on it. It'll be Monday nights here at Hope in the City from 6 to 9 p.m. The first 2 nights are free for anybody that wants to come. And one of the things that we're offering since we're hosting it is that anybody from Hope in the City that wants to attend will get a $25 discount.
There's a lot of ways that you can be motivated in this life. You could be motivated by money or by reputation or making an impact in the world. But I think the greatest motivation that you could possibly plug into is being impassioned for God to become famous, for His name to be known. And that's what Perspectives did for me when my wife Stephanie and I took it in 1999. It really plugged us into that power source of a passion for Jesus' name to be known to all peoples of the earth. We took that class before we moved to Indonesia, and it really was a foundation stone for us during our years in Indonesia of how to plug into that power source. That's high octane fuel. What I love about Perspectives is learning from people who have that passion. You get to read a book, selections from a book called The Reader, the Perspectives Reader, and there are articles in here from Christian world thinkers for the last hundreds of years, and this was really invaluable for us. One of my favorite articles in here is an article by Steve Hawthorne called The Story of His Glory, and it's on that theme of being impassioned for Jesus' name to be known. And we took that with us to Indonesia. Sometimes I would teach that in Indonesia, in Indonesian churches. It didn't have the same ring. A Story of His Glory in Indonesian is Cerita Kemuliaannya. But I taught it, I loved it, we lived it there. And I would encourage you, if you're needing greater motivation in your own life, to think about going to Perspectives. The first 2 classes are free. You can just go and check it out. And our prayer, as you go, you will be impassioned and your life will be full of motivation for Jesus' name to be known to the ends of the earth, and that you'll be caught up in the story of God's glory. Thank you.
Great. Well, another really cool thing coming up is Christmas Eve. What are you doing on Christmas Eve?
I'm probably going to be seeing a bunch of Christmas lights for the first time in many years and letting the kids go to bed at 6 p.m.
Well, might be a little bit after 6 p.m.
Oh,
because
right,
at 5
right,
p.m.
That's
here
right.
at Hope in the City, we're going to have our Christmas Eve service. It's an hour-long service. Bring your family, your friends. If you've got some enemies, bring your enemies too. But it's going to be right here, Tuesday, Christmas Eve, the 24th, 5 p.m.
And one more announcement, the Austin Disaster Relief Network that you've been hearing a little bit about, they have an upcoming training this coming Thursday night at the Community Christian Church from 6:30 to 10 p.m. So there are plenty of opportunities for you to make an impact in people's lives this coming year. Over 200 families have been impacted by the floods that have taken place across Central Texas. Here in just a second, we're going to show a video clip a little bit more about how you can get involved. But we encourage you guys, in any possible way, to give yourself to help those that are in need.
called by the Lord to walk with these families as they are restored for the next 30, 60, 120 days, helping them meet their emotional, spiritual, and physical needs. If we don't, who will? Step 1. Come to a shepherd training where you'll learn how to help these families meet their emotional, physical, and spiritual needs. Step 2. We'll connect you with a family. Reach out to them in the first 24 hours to reassess what their needs are. And step 3. Rally people around you at your church. Invite them to be a part of the process.